Hello, darkness, my old friend. You've come to talk with me again. Sens lose 5-2 to the Buffalo Sabres. These videos are always so much easier when they win. Well, they lost. There goes all the good fortune from all the wins. And there goes Buffalo's 8-game losing streak. I know it was the second half of a back-to-back, but are you joking me? Buffalo doesn't care to play, they've lost 8 in a row, and then you don't even show up. Something told me this was gonna happen, but it doesn't make it any less irritating. Let's just get into lineup changes. After a win over the Rangers on Wednesday, the Sens made just 2 changes to the lineup on Thursday. After getting injured in the win over New York, Bobby Ryan didn't play, and Mikhail Bodker returned to the lineup in his spot. And the only other change came in goal, where Craig Anderson was a healthy scratch. Anders Nilsson served as the backup, as newly signed Joey Daccord got his first NHL start. And early in the contest, with Daccord playing his first NHL game, the Sens come out and play well in front of him. Barely 2 minutes in, the Sens draw first blood and give their freshly signed goaltender a bit of a cushion. The Sens do an excellent job of cycling the puck in the Sabres zone. Cody Ceci gets the puck to the point. He fires the shot on goal. Anthony Duclair gets a tip on it. It gets by Carter Hutton, and the Sens lead 1-0. And Anthony Duclair continues his strong run of play with the Sens. Man alive, if he can come into next season and build off what he's done at the end of this season, boy oh boy are the Sens gonna have an excellent player. First they gotta get him signed though. Being a restricted free agent, and given the fact that he's basically making league minimum, shouldn't be too hard. The Sens then sit back a little as the Sabres push forward, but Daccord is there to keep the Sens in front. Unfortunately, a Rudolph Balcer's hooking penalty just over 8 minutes in gives the Sabres another chance, and they cash in. Eichel feeds Dahlin, he feeds Olofsson, who fires a one-timer by Daccord, and just like that, we're tied at 1. First of all, it was just an incredible shot. But secondly, Reinhart's literally standing on the doorstep. Daccord can't see a thing, and nobody does anything about it. It's a really good thing there's only 1 game left now. But 30 seconds later, the Sens get a gift and regain their lead. Mikhail Bodker carries the puck into the Sabres zone. He fires a shot on goal. Carter Hutton makes a save. The puck bounces up in the air. Hutton has no idea where it is, turns his back on the play. Pajot picks it up, easily bangs it in the empty net because Hutton's not even looking at him. And just like that, Ottawa's lead is back to a goal. First of all, Pajot, 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 Pajot. But secondly, you want to talk about a gift? That's exactly what that goal was. Should have absolutely never happened, but it gives the Sens the lead. That's how the first period would come to an end, as the Sens take a 2-1 lead into the second. But barely 6 minutes into period 2, the Sabres have another power play, and we're tied again. Connor Sherry gets the puck at the point, has all kinds of room, skates right down Broadway, fires a shot towards the goal, bounces off the skate of Christian Jaros, goes across the ice, lands perfectly on the stick of Kyle Okposo. He now has a wide open net, puts it in the empty net, and now we're tied at 2. For Daccord's sake, what a terrible break. There was literally nothing he was going to do to stop that. But from the Sens defender's point of view, they had a perfect chance to stop it, and were just way too lazy. Barely 2 minutes later, the Sabres have the puck in the Sens zone again, are absolutely dominating the Sens, who can never get the puck back. Finally, Eichel has it on the sideboards. He's standing still, dangles through 2 Sens players, goes behind the net, feeds it back in front to Sam Reinhart. He easily fires it by Joey Daccord, and it's 3-2 Sabres. For Daccord's sake, I just feel bad. He has no chance to win this game, no chance to make half the saves, because he's not getting any help. Thankfully for me, and for Daccord, it doesn't get any worse, and the Sens hit the second intermission, trailing 3-2. But while it doesn't get worse in the second period, it gets so much worse in the third. Just over 11 minutes into the third period, the Sabres are once again dominating in the Sens zone. Joey Daccord makes the save. Eichel picks up the rebound in front. Nobody covers him. He cuts across the ice, fires the puck past the outstretched pad of Decord, and the Sabres lead 4-2. And then to make matters worse, a minute and a half later, Decord comes out to play the puck. None of the Sens pick up his pass. Lands on the stick of Pominville. He fires it in the empty net before Decord can get back, and the Sabres lead 5-2. Of all the goals for Decord to give up, this is the one where he's probably most at fault. But I mean, even still, after the way the game went last night, honestly, that fifth goal was just perfect. Thankfully, despite it feeling like the roof was about to cave in, it doesn't, and the Sabres skate away with just a 5-2 win. And honestly, when I say just a 5-2 win, it really does feel like just a 5-2 win. Because I honestly thought in that third period, it's gonna get ugly. And after last night, thank goodness there's only one game left now. Let's just get into good news, bad news. I know I've been doing this a lot recently, and maybe he doesn't necessarily deserve a shout out after last night. But honestly, after last night's game, there really isn't any good news. So the good news from last night was the way Joey Decord played. Was he great? No. Was he terrible? Way far from it. I mean, sure, he gave up 5 goals on 40 shots, but you look at them, nobody covered the front of the net on the first one, couldn't see it. The second one was a lucky bounce. The third one was just laziness, not covering the front of the net, whatever you want to call it. The fourth one, I mean, he made the save. That's what he's supposed to do. His defensemen are supposed to clear the rebound, and nobody did that. And then the fifth goal, yeah, you could probably blame him for that one. But that's 5 goals he gave up last night, and I could argue 4 of them were not his fault at all. Sure, he had trouble handling the puck at some points. Sure, he had trouble controlling the puck at some points and was bobbling it. But for his first NHL game, Joey Decord was pretty good last night. He wasn't the reason the Sens lost, and that is the good news. Now, for the bad news. I mean, I kind of mentioned it in the good news. The Sens' defense was awful last night. But it wasn't just their defense. Honestly, I thought it was their defensive effort. They were way too lazy last night, and that is the bad news. There was a play early in the second period. The Sabres had the puck at the blue line. Colin White just kind of watched the guy skate by him. Then White gets the puck back and lazily chops it towards the boards. Puck never got out. The Sabres got a really good scoring chance out of it. Then on the second goal, Rudolph Balcers watched Kyle Okposo go down the wall and didn't react to him until after Okposo had the puck. Follow him right away? That doesn't happen. I mean, there was a couple plays where Christian Wolanin was extremely lazy last night. Even the fifth goal when Decord gave the puck away. If the Sens forwards had have made any effort, they probably could have got it. Now, admittedly, it was the second game of a back-to-back, so Ottawa's energy levels aren't going to be as high. But honestly, it didn't look like they were tired. It just looked like they were lazy. That can't happen. It's a big reason why they lost last night, and that is the bad news. Next up, the Sens wrap up their season on Saturday when they welcome Matt Duchene, Ryan Dzingel, and the Columbus Blue Jackets. That contest will be the third and final meeting of the season between the two teams, with the Blue Jackets currently holding a 2-0 edge in head-to-head play, thanks to a 6-3 win in Columbus and a 3-0 win in Ottawa. While the game means nothing to the Sens, other than maybe trying to pick up a win for their fans going into this summer, the game could mean everything for the Blue Jackets, who have 2 games left and need 2 points in their last 2 games to make the playoffs. They play New Jersey tonight, and if they pick up a point tonight, they will have to pick up a win tomorrow. If they lose tonight, they will have to pick up a win tomorrow. If they win tonight, they'll clinch a playoff spot, though. As a Sens fan, I'm admittedly kind of torn about what I want to see happen. On the one hand, how awesome would it be to see the Sens knock Duchene and Dzingel out of the playoffs, bettering their own first-round pick? But on the other hand, do we really want to help the Habs? Besides, I don't have a problem with either Duchene or Dzingel, and I wouldn't mind seeing both of them in the playoffs. Add to that the fact that Jarmo Kekalainen went for it, and I actually like the fact that he did that, and would like to see other teams do it in the future, means that I'd like to see them make the playoffs, so that it doesn't scare other teams away from doing that in the future. It's a catch-22. I guess the best scenario for me would be Columbus wins tonight. We don't have to worry about it tomorrow. That means the Sens could win tomorrow, Columbus would still make the playoffs, and the Sens wouldn't have to help out the Habs. If Duchesne and Dzingel want to have a good game tomorrow, who cares? We're going into the summer. Just pick up a win. See you tomorrow night.